Shubham, and in this video, we will learn about the what if analysis using data table. So, the data table explanatory defined itself that we will be creating a kind of a table row wise and a column wise, and we need to fetch some of the amounts from that data table. And I will let you know that the current and the most modern dynamic techniques of the area function as well. And if you are using Excel 365 with a subscription model, so that you can use the array features and the array functions as well. And now they are dynamically changing the practices in the industry with related to the financial model as well. So we have two classes of Excel users in the industry right now. The one who are using the traditional old Excel and the one who have the Office 365 and the Excel 365 subscription, in which they can get the Excel latest features and the functions as available. They can make sure that they can do their work very easily and in minimum time. So we will discuss the both scenarios and we will know that what is data table. So finally, listen it very carefully. What is a data table? Let me just give you the conceptual side first. So the Excel data tables allows you to review how changing certain values in your formula will affect the results of the formulas. In one operation, you can produce multiple versions of your calculations and have the results laid out in the tabular form in your worksheet, and which enables you to easily view and compare the various results. So generally in Microsoft Excel, you can create either one variable data table or two variable data table, depending on whether you want to test the effect of alternating one or two variable. So quickly concluding that one variable data table can be used with numerous formulas, what a two variable data table can have only one formula. And I will show you right now in this example. So let us discuss this example. We have a loan amount of 1 lakh, interest rate of 12%, number of periods in years is 5. And we need to drive the monthly payment, which I have already told you earlier. I will quickly calculate the monthly payment first. Okay. So now let us say if I calculate a monthly payment in which I need to make sure that the rate should be monthly. So I am dividing it by 12. My number of periods should be 1 each by multiplying it by 12 and present value. Okay. So I got my monthly payment as a negative because it is a cash outflow right now. I need might be possible later on. I need to have two variable analysis as a data table, and I need to look with the different perspective that if I get a loan of 50,000 for 3 years, how much will be the monthly payment? If I get a loan of 1 lakh 25,000 for 15 years, how much will be the monthly payment? Now there are so many different situations we need to see all together in that kind of situation. I can create a data table now, but there is a limitation of a data table, and I will show you that how you can create a data table. For example, if I have created an array, you can see there is a column where a number of years has been plotted 3, 5, 8, 10 and 15. And as a row wise, I have plotted some of the amounts loan amount 50,000, 75,000, and so on. So for example, if I need to calculate all these different situations, monthly payments all together, I can use the data table. So for example, if I select this entire range, I will go to the data and I will click on data table. So when you click on data table, there are only two fields you have. I need to input the cells. You you need to define the input cell row wise and column wise. Now how you will identify that which cell will be added in row input cell and which cell will be added in column input cell, right? So this is very easy. Let me explain you. The row wise contains the amounts of the loan. On the row number 2, we have multiple different number of loan amounts. So row wise, we will pick a cell which contains the original amount of that value, which is 1 lakh in B2. In the column input cell, you can see different numbers of years. So we will pick cell B4 as an original example, a number of years in this data table as a column field, and I will press OK. When I press OK, it generates 0 everywhere. And this was the limitation which I need to tell you that how to overcome this, as the data table did not find any connectivity of a single monthly payment within this array. Okay, so there is a limitation, and that limitation is that I need to either copy paste or cut paste. I can cut and paste using Control plus X for cut and Control V for paste. I need to move this output cell to here on D2. And now when I select this range and when I will go to the data table in the row or input cell, original amount of the loan, and the column input cell, the numbers of years, and when I click OK, so now you can see here with the one click, you have a different loan payment amounts of different time periods and a different loan amounts, right? And we can verify as well if the loan is 1 lakh rupees for the period of 5 years. You can see that here is an answer. Here is the answer which we were trying to do. So data table can set on two different variables on a different kinds of situation where you can quickly fetch that multiple results of your numbers or your required numbers, right? So there was a limitation that I need to put this function, which is a monthly payment function with this array. If I remove this function and put it anywhere on the spreadsheet, the data table will not be created. So this is the default structure we need to follow. But for creating a data table, now what we are doing, we are doing is, and what have in our Office 365 subscription is, let me show you. So we have the dynamic array available, which I can replace the data table as well. So for example, if I write a function which is the payment, so I need a read, write. So for getting a read, what I can do is I will go to B3 divided by 12 to make it monthly rate. The number of time periods. So here we have a number of time periods, different time periods, okay? But we need to make it a monthly because these time periods are yearly basis 3, 5, 8, 10, 15. But to make it a monthly, what I can do is multiplying this whole range by 12. All right. Then it says define the present values. So we have a present values presented as a row wise, and I will close this function. So as soon as I close this function, you can see that without that limitation and with the help of an array formula, dynamic formula, now it's possible to create a data table. As we see in the above example, we have a limitation to switch the result output within this array. But here we can do independently, right? And these kind of utilities, dynamic array can only be applied when you have a Office 365 Excel subscription. But as a traditional user, you need to follow this kind of a limitation. But I hope that this feature is also very much helpful in the financial models. Thank you.